They shrunk the floor, so it felt like our guards didn't have anywhere to go. But more than anything, they really executed their stuff. The way their ball movement was excellent. And they made their shots. They made big shots, and they kept doing it. You know, sometimes you have a little hot streak or whatever it might be, but they just kept running their stuff and running their stuff. And, you know, I always say I love to play coach those teams because you learn so much about your own team. And what I learned, obviously, you know, at one point I felt like we were, you know, I'm like, there are not many more things that we can do wrong and we can allow them to do right because we just didn't take away anything on one end that created anything easy for us on the other end. And we didn't get much bench help, you know, 31-9 on the bench. And Ward is a big part of that too, but, you know, because he usually doesn't come off the bench. But at the same time, those other guys, Winston, Ellis, really hurt us. So it was a disappointing night because of, I think, the idea of the night with Tyronn Lue having his jersey retired. And to not, you know, I texted him earlier. I'm like, you know, it's our job to come through for you because there was some talk, hey, do you want to meet with the team? I'm like, this is your night. Enjoy it. We need to do our job and come through for you, and we didn't. And that's the hard part. But congratulations to Michigan State.
Tim, was it just a little demoralizing to see them make so many threes with 3 seconds
Yeah.
or less on the shot clock?
Yeah, especially when we don't have a hand over the ball, like, you know, that we're taught to. And yeah, it was.
What do you know, when you see back-to-back three-point performances like that, you probably sort of have.
Why stop there, Dirk? I mean, we've had it for 2 years now in the Big Ten. You know, our three-point defense has not been there. Now, some of it I get. I mean, and I'm not going to name names, but I have to a little bit. So you take out a guy like Leslie Smith, healthy, Dave Rivers, healthy, and you put in, you know, guys that really can do some good things like Jack McVay and Michael Jacobson and even Jariah, but not as mobile, right? You take out the length of Trey and put Petaway and you put in Glenn Watson. There's some things there where they just stick it in your eye. So you're going to have some weaknesses. But for us not to have the just the ability to get into the ball, you know, that's what I couldn't understand. It's just like we got Jade up, you know, I mean, just stood there, stare down, bang. And they're talented guys. They're going to do that to you. And, you know, I just looked at our threes. We gave up a couple in transition. One, we have a kid close out short on the shot clock. Cassius goes twice, one-on-one, gets them. Alvin Ellis gets one in transition. Did he have two or three? Three. Gets one in transition and two out of the offense. We were rotating on a post double and they found him when they were really moving the ball. And then they got another one on a ball screen throwback, which is hard to guard because you're tagging Ward, and he hit it. I can live with, you know, a good play out of the offense. It's the ones where you're standing there with your hands down with 3 on the clock that they just go to you. And we didn't have that urgency. That was disappointing.
Coach,
and so I understand someone like that we would be a little behind the game, but I would think this year that would be something we improve on.